rests by my tea. It carries years back home to me. We lifted it from the train station cafe before the world grew loud and gray. I turn it round within my palm and seek a sudden quiet calm. The kitchen clock ticks very slow, revisiting the long ago. We traded copper coins for apple tarts, with dusty pockets and unbroken hearts. Those winter nights were freezing to the bone, yet sitting side by side we were not alone. Your heavy coat hung on the chair. I still can almost smell your winter air. The radio plays a brass band tune beneath the same familiar afternoon. Time took the streets we used to roam and turned our favorite corner into stone. But memory keeps the kettle warm and shelters me against the storm. I leave the spoon beside the empty cup and watch the twilight shadows gather up. The room is quiet and the fire is low. I hold the days we used to know. Truck rattles down the asphalt gray before the baker rolls his door away. I hear that familiar iron ring and think of all the songs we used to sing. Old friend, do you remember paper shoes we wore to keep from stepping in the blues? That corner diner served us toast and steam while we were busy building up a dream. Now quiet evenings settle on my chair. I reach across the room as if you are there. The radiator clicks against the wall, just like the knuckles in your quiet hall. Your overcoat still hangs behind the door, though nobody walks across that floor. Old friend, do you remember paper shoes we wore to keep from stepping in the blues? That corner diner served us toast and steam while we were busy building up a dream. Now quiet evenings settle on my chair. I reach across the room as if you are there. We thought the world was ours to rearrange. from 1950, when we asked for more. The street is empty now, the shadows grow. I whisper names of people only we could know, and hope you hear me through the evening pain, until the milk truck rings its bell again. The scent of cedar smoke drifts down the lane, where copper leaves are pressing in the rain. He stops to button up his wool-lined coat, and clears a sudden gravel from his throat. She used to bake with cloves on Tuesday nights, and leave the yellow kitchen porch in lights. He counts the windows as he wanders past, and wonders how the paint could hold so fast. Old houses keep the secrets of the floor, while rusted keys turn gently in the door. A passing clock forgets to strike the hour beside the wilted stem of winter flower. Time leaves a heavy footprint in the dust, and transforms every iron hinge to rust. He remembers walking home through drifted snow, 40 winters past or even more, when shoes were thin and pockets strictly bare, and love was simply waiting, sitting there. Old houses keep the secrets of the floor, while rusted keys turn gently in the door. A passing clock forgets to strike the hour beside the wilted stem of winter flower. Time leaves a heavy footprint in the dust, and transforms every iron hinge to rust. He walks another block and turns around, to leave behind the fading autumn sound. The cedar smoke dissolves into the gray, and takes another quiet day away. A sudden thought cuts through the ticking room, like sunlight slicing through a dusty loom. I turn to ask you if we needed bread, before I remembered what the doctor said. An empty chair still holds your woolen shawl, the framed diploma crooked upon the wall. The calendar is stuck on last July, and nobody is left here to ask me why. The radio plays that old Chicago tune. We danced to barefoot underneath the moon. Your silver hair was pinned back with a comb, and every locked door opened up to home. An empty chair still holds your woolen shawl, the framed diploma crooked upon the wall. The calendar is stuck on last July, and nobody is left here to ask me why. I walk the hallway where our shadows met, searching for something I refuse to let slip through my fingers like the autumn sand, just hoping I could somehow hold your hand. The grandfather clock strikes 5 in the hall. I fold your shawl and place it on the wall. The sun goes down behind the grocery store, and I don't ask you questions anymore. Which button fell off the brown wool overcoat? Walking past the bakery where the tiles are cracked. Was it the third one down near the pocket seam, where your cold fingers always like to stay? Old brass rings roll across the dusty floorboards, letters tied in blue ribbon wait by the stairs. Every clock ticks backward toward the open door. Footsteps fade away before the night is through. I count the slate shingles on the roof across the street, counting how many winters have passed since we left. The mailbox has a new coat of hunter green paint, while our initials carved in bark are silver gray. Old brass rings roll across the dusty floorboards, letters tied in blue ribbon wait by the stairs. Every clock ticks backward toward the open door. Footsteps fade away before the night is through. Tea kettle whistles on the cast iron stove. Steam rises up and vanishes against the glass. I hold out my palm for the warmth that used to be. Nothing is is left here except the quiet room. Evening shadows stretch across the wooden floor. I close the heavy wooden shutter against the dark. Tomorrow the milkman will leave a single bottle, and I will turn the page to yesterday again. The weight of the chair reminds me how we sat, counting the cracks in the linoleum floor. You worried so much about wearing a hat, while I kept on staring right out through the door. You thought every shadow was closing the walls, and saved every penny in rusted tin cans. I wish I could whisper through time as it falls, to loosen the grip in your trembling hands. Time is a river that slows down at last, forgiving the storms that we built in the past. The tea has grown cold on the porcelain tray, and all of our monsters have melted away. We carried a mountain of unspoken doubt, afraid that the lantern would flicker and die. Now quiet has settled, the noise has worn out, and we can look up at the porcelain sky. So sit by the window and rest for a while. I look in the mirror and offer a smile. The journey is finished, the evening is clear. There is nothing left that we needed to fear. The amber glow spills off the vinyl booth, where strangers sit and stir their coffee flat. You wear a coat from 1970 and trace a ring around your woolen hat. I see you staring at the sugar bowl, like it holds answers from a different town. Old ghosts sit down when the weather turns gray. We talk to the shadows because they still stay. You look for a face in the steam from the cup, while the neon outside brightens up. Your fingers tap a rhythm on the wood, just like the pianist at the corner bar. We order pie we never thought we would, and wonder how we both got this far. I have a feeling that we shared a street before the brick buildings were turned to stone. Old ghosts sit down when the weather turns gray. We talk to the shadows because they still stay. You look for a face in the steam from the cup, while the neon outside slowly brightens up. The clock on the wall has a cracked glass face. It ticks away minutes we cannot replace. You paid for my tea with a dime from the past, and told me that nothing was built to last. The waitress is wiping the counter clean now. We finish our talking and both take a bow. I walk to the door as the streetlights ignite, and hope you find shelter before it gets night. He said the blue hydrangeas always lean to the west when the east wind pulls too hard against the fence. I found a rusted bobby pin inside the medicine chest, and wondered where the other half went. The butcher wrapped our steak in heavy yellow paper with pencil marks totaling 9 and 10. Aunt Clara kept a saucer underneath the candle taper to catch the wax before it hit the den. Old linoleum squares still hide beneath the rug, where the rocking chair wore a groove in the pine. We measured our lives in the space of a hug, while the kettle boiled over and burned up the line. A spool of green silk thread sat rolling on the drawer, beside 3 buttons made of polished bone. The screen door always squeaked when walking through the floor, before the children packed and left for Rome. Small things remain when the voices have faded away. A dent in the cushion, a crack in the plate. I touch the cold handle and turn it to day, and remember the hours we sat by the gate. The water tower stands against the fading blue, just past the willow where the gravel road bends. I keep all these small observations for you until the quiet evening brings the story to end. Rough tweed against my resting hand, a texture worn by passing years. It held the chill of autumn wind before the ice surrendered tears. The station clocks still mark the hour. We stood beside the rusted gate. You wore that heavy knitted scarf and told me not to count the weight. Trains pulled away while whistles blew. I kept the ticket in my palm. The railway tracks are silent now. That distant engine lost its calm. A faded snapshot in the drawer captures the light of afternoon. We thought the world would wait for us beneath a pale September moon. Time takes the edges from the pain and leaves a quiet room behind. I trace the fabric once again to find the things we left consigned. The coat hangs empty by the door, its heavy pockets softly fold. I close my eyes and breathe it in, the warmest story ever told. A glowing digit blinks on the brass clock. We are sitting on the porch when autumn falls, looking down the gravel path we used to walk, waiting for the neighbor child to come and call. Someday our shoes will gather dust in the hall, and letters from the distant kids will line the wall. we shared through it all. I can see us laughing in the fading light, when the winter brings the silver to our hair, watching every slow and peaceful summer night, leaning back against the cushions of this chair. Someday our shoes will gather dust in the hall, and letters from the distant kids will line the wall. We will pour 2 cups of tea when shadows grow tall, smiling at the quiet space we share through it all. Though the years will run ahead like turning wheels, I will hold your hand and remember how it feels. We will watch the little numbers slowly change, finding comfort in the world that used to be strange. Sitting by the window till the evening is done, knowing that our simple life was more than enough. A rusted key sits on the oak board. It unlocks nothing in this quiet room. I turn it slowly between my thumb and nail, and watch the dust motes drift across the loom. Old photographs curl at the edges where we laughed. The parlor floor remembers every heavy step we passed. A ticking clock ignores the silence in the hall, while shadows stretch and lengthen up the fading wall. Your silver thimble rests beside the plate, with tiny dents from needles pushing deep. I trace the circle where your finger used to press before the evening quiet brought us sleep. Old photographs curl at the edges where we laughed. The parlor floor remembers every heavy step we passed. A ticking clock ignores the silence in the hall, while shadows stretch and lengthen up the fading wall. Seasons turn outside the frosted glass, and years like fallen leaves begin to pass. I keep the lamp lit till the oil runs dry, to catch the colors of a softer sky. The key is cold against the polished wood, I leave it resting right where it always stood, until the morning brings a different light and turns the pages of another quiet night. A milk truck rattles down the sleepy lane and spills its early clatter on the stone. I count the ivy climbing past your pane and wonder if you drink your tea alone. We shared a single loaf of crusty bread beneath the awning of the corner store. So many hurried winters have been shed since you stopped knocking at my wooden door. Old photographs are fading on the wall, where autumn sunlight used to softly fall. We walked the gravel path in heavy shoes and had so little time we feared to lose. Remember how the radio would play that scratchy waltz from 1953. I hear those notes and you are miles away, yet sitting right across the board from me. The milk truck turns the corner out of sight. I fold this letter with a trembling hand. May gentle winds be blowing through your night upon the quiet street where you now stand. The scent of wood smoke lingers on the gate. An old man stops to check a rusted latch. He counts the fence post where he used to wait and drops his worn out metal garden watch. The shadows stretch across the gravel drive where quiet boots once left a heavy tread. He keeps a single memory alive of every careless word she softly said. He traces lines of frost upon the glass and watches distant cars begin to pass. The tea grows cold beside the kitchen chair, while autumn leaves blow through the vacant square. A yellowed photograph is falling flat between the pages of a leather book. He puts aside his worn felt walking hat and takes a long and unforgotten look. The clock upon the wall begins to chime as fading sunlight strikes the dining floor. He counts the steady steps of passing time and locks the bolt against the heavy door. He traces lines of frost upon the glass and watches distant cars begin to pass. The tea grows cold beside the kitchen chair, while autumn leaves blow through the vacant square. The neighborhood is sleeping sound and deep, with porch lights glowing down the quiet street. A promise that he promised he would keep now rests beneath his tired and resting feet. The chimney smoke dissolves into the dark as night descends upon the empty park. He folds his hands and turns to leave the hall, with silent shadows dancing on the wall. A bent tin spoon rests by my tea. It carries years back home to me. We lifted it from the train station cafe before the world grew loud and gray. I turn it round within my palm and seek a sudden quiet calm. The kitchen clock ticks very slow, revisiting the long ago. We traded copper coins for apple tarts, with dusty pockets and unbroken hearts. Those winter nights were freezing to the bone, yet sitting side by side, we were not alone. Your heavy coat hung on the chair. I still can almost smell your winter air. The radio plays a brass band tune beneath the same familiar afternoon. Time took the streets we used to roam and turned our favorite corner into stone, but memory keeps the against the storm. I leave the spoon beside the empty cup and watch the twilight shadows gather up. The room is quiet and the fire is low. I hold the days we used to know. Down the asphalt grey before the baker rolls his door away. I hear that familiar iron ring and think of all the songs we used to sing. Old friend, do you remember paper shoes we wore to keep from stepping in the blues? That corner diner served us toast and steam while we were busy building up a dream. Now quiet evenings settle on my chair. I reach across the room as if you are there. The radiator clicks against the wall, just like the knuckles in your quiet hall. Your overcoat still hangs behind the door, though nobody walks across that floor. Old friend, do you remember paper shoes we wore to keep from stepping in the blues? That corner diner served us toast and steam while we were busy building up a dream. Now quiet evenings settle on my chair. I reach across the room as if you are there. We thought the world was ours to rearrange before the neighborhood began to change. I have the photograph inside a drawer from 1950, when we asked for more. The street is empty now, the shadows grow. I whisper names of people only we could know, and hope you hear me through the evening pain, until the milk truck rings its bell again. The scent of cedar smoke drifts down the lane, where copper leaves are pressing in the rain. He stops to button up his wool-lined coat and clears a sudden gravel from from his throat. She used to bake with cloves on Tuesday nights and leave the yellow kitchen porch in lights. He counts the windows as he wanders past and wonders how the paint could hold so fast. Old houses keep the secrets of the floor, while rusted keys turn gently in the door. A passing clock forgets to strike the hour beside the wilted stem of winter flower. Time leaves a heavy footprint in the dust and transforms every iron hinge to rust. He remembers walking home through drifted snow, 40 winters past or even more, when shoes were thin and pockets strictly bare, and love was simply waiting, sitting there. Old houses keep the secrets of the floor, while rusted keys turn gently in the door. A passing clock forgets to strike the hour beside the wilted stem of winter flower. Time leaves a heavy footprint in the dust and transforms every iron hinge to rust. He walks another block and turns around to leave behind the fading autumn sound. The cedar smoke dissolves into the gray and takes another quiet day away. Sudden thought cuts through the ticking room, like sunlight slicing through a dusty loom. I turned to ask you if we needed bread, before I remembered what the doctor said. An empty chair still holds your woolen shawl, crooked upon the wall. The calendar is stuck on last July, and nobody is left here to ask me why. The radio plays that old Chicago tune. We danced to barefoot underneath the moon. Your silver hair was pinned back with a comb, and every locked door opened up to home. An empty chair still holds your woolen shawl, the framed diploma crooked upon the wall. The calendar is stuck on last July, and nobody is left here to ask me why. your hand. The grandfather clock strikes 5 in the hall. I fold your shawl and place it on the wall. The sun goes down behind the grocery store, and I don't ask you questions anymore. Which button fell off the brown wool overcoat? Walking past the bakery where the tiles are cracked. Was it the third one down near the pocket seam, where your cold fingers always like to stay? Old brass rings roll across the dusty floorboards, letters tied in blue ribbon wait by the stairs. Every clock ticks backward toward the open door. Footsteps fade away before the night is through. I count the slate shingles on the roof across the street, counting how many winters have passed since we left. The mailbox has a new coat of hunter green paint, while our initials carved in bark are silver gray. Old brass rings roll across the dusty floorboards, letters tied in blue ribbon wait by the stairs. Every clock ticks backward toward the open door. Footsteps fade away before the night is through. Tea kettle whistles on the cast iron stove. Steam rises up and vanishes against the glass. I hold out my palm for the warmth that used to be. Nothing is left here except the quiet room. Evening shadows stretch across the wooden floor. I close the heavy wooden shutter against the dark. Tomorrow the milkman will leave a single bottle, and I will turn the page to yesterday again. The weight of the chair reminds me how we sat, counting the cracks in the linoleum floor. You worried so much about wearing a hat, while I kept on staring right out through the door. You thought every shadow was closing the walls, and saved every penny in rusted tin cans. I wish I could whisper through time as it falls, to loosen We carried a mountain of unspoken doubt, afraid that the lantern would flicker and die. Now quiet has settled, the noise has worn out, and we can look up at the porcelain sky. So sit by the window and rest for a while. I look in the mirror and offer a smile. The journey is finished, the evening is clear. There is nothing left that we needed to fear. The glow spills off the vinyl booth, where strangers sit and stir their coffee flat. You wear a coat from 1970 and trace a ring around your woolen hat. I see you staring at the sugar bowl like it holds answers from a different town. Old ghosts sit down when the weather turns gray. We talk to the shadows because they still stay. You look for a face in the steam from the cup, while the neon outside slowly brightens up. Your fingers tap a rhythm on the wood, just like the pianist at the corner bar. We order pie we never thought we would, and wonder how we both got this far. I have a feeling that we shared a street before the brick buildings were turned to stone. Old ghosts sit down when the weather turns gray. We talk to the shadows because they still stay. You look for a face in the steam from the cup, while the neon outside slowly brightens up. The clock on the wall has a cracked glass face. It ticks away minutes we cannot replace. You paid for my tea with a dime from the past, and told me that nothing was built to last. The waitress is wiping the counter clean now. We finish our talking and both take a bow. I walk to the door as the streetlights ignite, and hope you find shelter before it gets night. the blue hydrangeas always lean to the west when the east wind pulls too hard against the fence. I found a rusted bobby pin inside the medicine chest and wondered where the other half went. The butcher wrapped our steak in heavy yellow paper with pencil marks totaling 9 and 10. Aunt Clara kept a saucer underneath the candle taper to catch the wax before it hit the den. Old linoleum squares still hide beneath the rug, where the rocking chair wore a groove in the pine. We measured our lives in the space of a hug while the kettle boiled over and burned up the line. A spool of green silk thread sat rolling on the drawer beside 3 buttons made of polished bone. The screen door always squeaked when walking through the floor before the children packed and left for Rome. Small things remain when the voices have faded away. A dent in the cushion, a crack in the plate. I touch the cold handle and turn it today and remember the hours we sat by the gate. The water tower stands against the fading blue, just past the willow where the gravel road bends. I keep all these small observations for you until the quiet evening brings the story to end. Rough tweed against my resting hand, a texture worn by passing years. It held the chill of autumn wind before the eyes surrendered tears. The station clocks still mark the hour. We stood beside the rusted gate. You wore that heavy knitted scarf and told me not to count the weight. Trains pulled away while whistles blew. I kept the ticket in my palm. The railway tracks are silent now. That distant engine lost its calm. A faded snapshot in the drawer captures the light of afternoon. We thought the world would wait for us beneath the pale September moon. Time takes the edges from the pain and leaves a quiet room behind. I trace the fabric once again to find the things we left consigned. The coat hangs empty by the door, its heavy pockets softly fold. I close my eyes and breathe it in, the warmest story ever told. A glowing digit blinks on the brass clock. We are sitting on the porch when autumn falls, looking down the gravel path we used to walk, waiting for the neighbor child to come and call. Someday our shoes will gather dust in the hall, and letters from the distant kids will line the wall. We will pour 2 cups of tea when shadows grow tall, smiling at the quiet space we shared through it all. I can see us laughing in the fading light when the winter brings the silver to our hair, watching every slow and peaceful summer night, leaning back against the cushions of this chair. Someday our shoes will gather dust in the hall, and letters from the distant kids will line the wall. We will pour 2 cups of tea when shadows grow tall, smiling at the quiet space we shared through it all. Though the years will run ahead like turning wheels, I will hold your hand and remember how it feels. We will watch the little numbers slowly change, finding comfort in the world that used to be strange. Sitting by the window till the evening is done, knowing that our simple life was more than enough. rusted key sits on the oak board. It unlocks nothing in this quiet room. I turn it slowly between my thumb and nail and watch the dust motes drift across the loom. Old photographs curl at the edges where we laughed. The parlor floor remembers every heavy step we passed. A ticking clock ignores the silence in the hall, while shadows stretch and lengthen up the fading wall. Your silver thimble rests beside the plate, with tiny dents from needles pushing deep. I trace the circle where your finger used to press before the evening quiet brought us sleep. Old photographs curl at the edges where we laughed. The parlor floor remembers every heavy step we passed. A ticking clock ignores the silence in the hall, while shadows stretch and lengthen up the fading wall. Seasons turn outside the frosted glass, and years like fallen leaves begin to pass. I keep the lamp lit till the oil runs dry, to catch the colors of a softer sky. The key is cold against the polished wood. I leave it resting right where it always stood, until the morning brings a different light and turns the pages of another quiet night. A milk truck rattles down the sleepy lane and spills its early clatter on the stone. I count the ivy climbing past your pane and wonder if you drink your tea alone. We shared a single loaf of crusty bread beneath the awning of the corner store. So many hurried winters have been shed since you stopped knocking at my wooden door. Old photographs are fading on the wall, where autumn sunlight used to softly fall. We walked the gravel path in heavy shoes and had so little time we feared to lose. Remember how the radio would play that scratchy waltz from 19 the corner out of sight. I fold this letter with a trembling hand. May gentle winds be blowing through your night, upon the quiet street where you now stand. The scent of wood smoke lingers on the gate. An old man stops to check a rusted latch. He counts the fence post where he used to wait, and drops his worn-out metal garden watch. The shadows stretch across the gravel drive, where quiet boots once left a heavy tread. He keeps a single memory alive of every careless word she softly said. He traces lines of frost upon the glass, and watches distant cars begin to pass. The tea grows cold beside the kitchen chair, while autumn leaves blow through the vacant square. A yellowed photograph is falling flat between the pages of a leather book. He puts aside his worn felt walking hat and takes a long and unforgotten look. The clock upon the wall begins to chime as fading sunlight strikes the dining floor. He counts the steady steps of passing time and locks the bolt against the heavy door. He traces lines of frost upon the glass and watches distant cars begin to pass. The tea grows cold beside the kitchen chair, while autumn leaves blow through the vacant square. The neighborhood is sleeping sound and deep, with porch lights glowing down the quiet street. A promise that he promised he would keep now rests beneath his tired and resting feet. The chimney smoke dissolves into the dark as night descends upon the empty park. He folds his hands and turns to leave the hall,